How's it going, guys? Gabe here with RC Cincy, and today I wanted to bring you a unboxing. I've been patiently waiting for this, and it just arrived today. I'm gonna do a complete unboxing from the package, everything, opening it just the way it arrived. This is the way it came in this kind of a black bag. So we're going to go ahead and open this. I tried to set up a couple of different angles. I'm just trying it out, so I apologize if I move the camera or anything. So let's go ahead and cut this open. And slide the package out. There we go. Set this bag over here. Basically a piece of paper they printed out that has my address, my information, what it is, I guess when it got picked. And here is the packaging for the Bugs 3. I'm going to constantly be adjusting and trying to get better angles for you guys. I have another camera over there. This is the camera right here from this view. I'm going to try to incorporate the two views. I'm going to take my time with this for you guys. This is the Bugs 3 by MJX RC. This is a brushless quadcopter that is pretty popular. I just wanted to open it up for myself, see the way it flies, do a couple different videos for you guys, but this is going to be a unboxing / initial thoughts. So I'm pretty excited. It does, just the way the packaging looks, it has it says here, brushless motors. Let's move this light over a little bit. There we go. Brushless motors. You have independent ESCs, 2.4 gigahertz two-way communication. Camera not included. Parts included in the package. You got the drone. The actually, let me move this light around. I'm gonna see if I can maybe utilize a little bit better for you guys. Haven't worked with lighting too often, so I apologize if it's not the best form of lighting or the best way to light something. Here we go. It has the drone, the controller, 4 guards, props, 2A and 2Bs. You got your prop changer tool, a screwdriver, 4 landing gear, the GoPro holder, a charger, and a battery. Looking around, it just shows, that's pretty much it. It just shows it's 310 millimeters long and diagonally, I guess going from edge to edge of the arms. And then that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and cut these little small pieces of tape right here. Don't want to damage the box. I'm going to keep the box. It seems to be a decent box from what I can tell initially. There we go. And so let's lift this up, slide it down. And first thing I pulled out is this Bugs 3 instructional guide with stickers, which are pretty cool. Kind of trying to show them both angles. So that is pretty neat. Instruction manual and stickers. Set that to the side. And then let's pull out the box. It seems like 2 little two finger cutouts right here just to grab it and kind of slide it out, which is nice. Set this box right here. We're gonna, there's 2 more pieces of tape on either sides. That. This. Lid comes right off, and here we go. We're getting to the goodies. So let's go over what you get. Besides the instruction manual, you get the. Let's get everything else first. Actually, looks like they did package the props in 2 different sets. Here's your first set of props. You get another set of props, so that's 2 sets of props. That's nice. You get the guards, with the screws included for the guards, which is always nice. And what else? Let's keep digging in here. Lots of bags. Wow. You get the, looks like to be the 4 landing gear with the screws for the landing gear, which is nice. You get, this tool went through the bag. You get the tool to hold the motors, bottom of the brushless motors from turning, so you can twist on the props. You get a small screwdriver, and then you get the 2 actual sticks for the controller and the 2 screws for them. What else do you get? You get the GoPro holder with the foam pieces. I recommend putting those in unless it's too tiny, you can't fit it for some reason. This is nice, they included that. You get hold on, let's pull this out first. The charger for it, and it is a European style charger, which you need to get the adapter. That is unfortunate. I have to run to Best Buy and buy me an adapter. So I don't see that anywhere. But for the price, what I paid for it, well, my uncle paid for it, $75, and $8 for shipping. If you have to get a $1 adapter offline or go to Best Buy and get the multi adapter, I think it's like 10 or 15 bucks. It's not the end of the world. And then the quadcopter, I'll get into a little bit of detail. Let's flip around here and see what else. Oh yeah, the controller, which is a must-have. Let's set this over here. A couple little box tabs came out and just a tiny bit of fuzz. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Here is the controller, Bugs 3. Looks like it has a screw, of course, which I'm not too big of a fan of. Let's go ahead and set this right here now. And then let's slide these sleeves off of here. And here is the quadcopter. Looks like they included a 7.4 volt, 1800 milliamp, 25C lithium polymer battery. It is a 2-cell battery. There's the 2-cell charger for it. This is the, I think it's the TX30, the smaller one, not the TX60 is the bigger one. I'm sure if you get some of the batteries online for this, if you wanted to get a bigger battery, it might have a different, might have the TX60 on, or you might need an adapter or create your own plug. Here is the actual battery, only came with one. And then the drone itself looks pretty good. It's not that heavy. You can clearly see the brushless motors. Just looks absolutely phenomenal. I love it. The way it's designed currently, there's the antenna where it's currently mounted at. So that should work fine for what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and pop the top on it. All it is just these little things that are kind of tight. You have to kind of, in the beginning it might be a little tight on you, so you just kind of have to pop them. Be careful. This top half is pretty thin and flexible. It can be broken, so be careful doing that. Here is the internals of it. Got a nice size capacitor there. There's the independent ESCs. Your main board, obviously, that has all the power connectors and everything. These plugs right here are the light plugs. You got 4 of those light plugs. One obviously for the front. There's your plug for a camera. I'm gonna use this tool to point stuff out, make it easier. Let's get in there. This right here is for your camera. Lights, light. And this is the front light right here, this plug. You can use these plugs actually for, if you wanted to hook up like FPV, if you remove this light, you can actually use this power plug right here, so that's nice. Obviously the independent ESCs. This plug, you have the ability to change it if you soldered it. If you ended up getting only running bigger batteries, that has the TX60. If you wanted to change that, you could. But honestly, I would just get in a small adapter, plug it in, and it'll work just fine. All in all, this seems really, really nice. Haven't seen anything really cheap about it. I love the way it looks. It's a decent size quadcopter. Let's go ahead and just simply pop that back on. Pop this side on. Just independently press each one nicely. Make sure it kind of pops and clips. That's on there tightly. And then there she is. We can go ahead and assemble a few things on camera. Just see how everything goes together, if it's smooth or if it's hard to put together. So let's go ahead and provide a screwdriver. I'll use that, I guess. What I'm going to do is put the sticks on. So I'm going to set my screws here. I'm going to grab one stick. Go ahead and slide it right on. Grab the other stick. Slide it right on. I'm going to get a screw and just kind of drop them in. I feel like it would be the easiest way. And then get your screwdriver, make sure you line it up. Slowly just start turning. And keep turning until it gets hand tight. You don't want to strip them or break them, just to where it's snug, you know. That one's nice and snug. Next. That one is actually coming up a little bit, so it's not snug all the way. What I've noticed is these screws are kind of long. Maybe if I get some smaller ones. There we go. There we go. No play whatsoever. You just gotta make sure they're tight. It's kind of a risky business. This one is spring, obviously, for your pitch and roll. Springs back to the center. Your left stick is non-altitude hold, so you control the throttle. And your obviously your yaw. Looks like a couple of trim buttons. This one doubles as a calibration button as well. You obviously have your flip, your camera. I can't remember. Let me think what this one is. I was looking slightly over the specs of it. I know this one starts and stops the motors. I couldn't think. Oh, rates is I think what this one is. Let me make sure, just out of curiosity. Let's bust this out and I'm going to start pushing these opened used bags over here. Appears that my other camera died. Stickers are cool we'll be using. Just a quick oversight. I wanted to see this anyways for myself. Once I see it, I usually particularly remember. So let's see. Unlock the aircraft motors. There's obviously the red one, which is very important. Let's see here. I'm just showing you the top bumpers. Yet. I'm not even pointing into them and numbering them. I just showed one. Why isn't it showing the top bumper? Huh. Maybe I'm overlooking and flipping through it kind of fast. Basics, left stick, reverse indicators, forward, calibration, high speed, low toggle. So no, if you look, they're actually not pointed to them and numbered, but obviously this one is obviously a flip, and the camera, which is disabled. Here's your flip, here's your rates, and here's start stop, or vice versa. It'd be very easy to figure. Just these two is the only buttons that actually work unless you have a camera. You have to have the actual MJX camera for it to work that way. Anything else you have to turn on by hand. Let's go ahead and pop this off of here. I just want to get it off of here anyways. I'm probably not even going to end up leaving that screw in there. I feel like it's going to hold. I'll obviously double check that, but I think it'll hold with the existing tab. I don't have nails. Gotta use a screwdriver. Be careful if you do it that way. And 4 double A's. Let's see how tight this is. Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere. I might not even use a screw in there. I got rechargeable batteries I'm going to pop in there. Set that right here. What else I'm going to install? Honestly, Just the blades would probably be it. The feet I'm going to keep for later. The guards I won't use. This I'll use when I actually get a camera coming in. I actually have a 2-cell charger anyways, so I really don't need this. There obviously is an adapter for it, or you can go to Best Buy. I'm not going to waste my money. I have probably 2 or 3 2-cell chargers from my other ones. I have a WL Toys 2-cell charger from the 12428. I have one from my other MJX 2-cell battery. I don't see it being an issue. I think it should charge all 2 cells. So probably won't be wasting my money on that. Even though it wouldn't be expensive. If I could pick it up for $1 or $2, I will, but I'm not going to spend 15, 20 bucks. I get a drone for that price. So I don't think it matters what set. I'm just going to grab this set right here. My scissors, that make it easy. I don't want to tear into it too hard. Bend anything or anything crazy like that. Snippy, snippy. There we go. Unroll it a little bit. There we go. Slide that out. Throw the bag over there. Get my 4 props. Obviously, you have to match up. This one on this one says A. Obviously, I have to match it up with an A. There's a B. And here's an A. Guess we could go ahead and use the tool. I'm going to kind of slide everything up. So what you want to do is lock the tool on, holding the brushless motor, and figure out which way it spins. It'll spin on. If it doesn't go on that way, spin it the other way. And it's going on this way, so it's obviously this way. I'm just going to hand tighten these. They won't come off if you hand tighten them. Here is another, looks like a B. So here's a B actually next because it goes A, B, A, B, A, B. So figure out which way these turn. And this one is the right way. You don't want to over tighten these. They won't spin off because I think they tighten on the opposite way, so it shouldn't spin off. So what you want to do is just simply turn into it's just hand tight snug. What we got here, A, B. This one says A, so it'd be this one right here. Some of them are a little bit tighter than others, which is fine as long as they tighten up. Let me go ahead and grab the motor. I just want to make sure it's nice and snug. Then the last one is A, double check in case they mixed it up. A, yep, there's the A. You always want to double check them, they might have mixed them up, you never know. You'll know right away though because it won't fly at all, it'll be bad. So, especially I wouldn't want to experiment with a brushless power, that much power, go out of control, it would not be good. There, that one's nice and snug, there's all the motors. This one seems to be okay, all the motors are fine. The blades are on. Let's just see how easy the battery comes in and out. It looks like it has some kind of, does that have a lock mechanism? I'm not sure. So let's see here. I imagine you just slide this in. Oh, that must be the lock mechanism for the camera. So it's pretty snug. I see if you would slide it in. That's a pretty forceful. I don't think it'll come out, honestly. Make sure it has a plus and a minus on there. Make sure you put the red to the plus and the black to the minus. Just plug it in and see if it just does the beeping noise. There it is. That does work. So we have a good drone. Just want to make sure that turns on. So this is pretty much everything you get. I'm going to use the Bugs 3 stickers. All in all, from what I can tell right now, for the feel of sticks, they're nice and easy and smooth. The range is somewhere around 300 meters or so. It's pretty far. I mean, I wouldn't get, especially the first few times flying, you might have an issue with your controller or drone, so don't get too crazy on the distance. kind of feel for it. It is supposed to actually have a warning for the distance, how far out you go. It'll beep. I guess it'll steadily increase the beeping the further you're going out of range. And then obviously it has a consistent beep for low battery or low voltage battery. From the research I've done on the internet, supposedly 3S won't give you that indicator unless you can install a voltage reader or voltage alarm right here with a set amount. I guess sometimes you can set those, sometimes it just shows you the voltage number depending on which one you get. You can use 3-cell batteries on it, but it's so powerful it tends to do this oscillation or fluttering. Sometimes it can be hard to control. Some people have no problem flying it that way. You're not going to burn anything out. It's just the vibration, the flutter can cause an issue, maybe cause you to wreck. Some people have used smaller batteries and put them more towards the front. Some people simply change the blades. Some people will just fly it that way anyways. It is much faster with a 3-cell, much more rambunctious. It's harder to control in my opinion, I would imagine. So I just recommend sticking with this 2-cell. 3000 will fit in there comfortably, and simply plug it in. Amazon has a deal for 3000 right now for like 23 bucks. And it's a 2-cell, so you can use your 2-cell charger. It's not going to be in the case, but it will be a snug fit from what I could tell from the reviews. They're obviously offered from Banggood for like 13 bucks for a 2000, 2200. So really you have lots of options. It just can take longer from Banggood. Actually, I think he told me this was ordered on the 20th. Here, let me double check for you guys. I don't want to give you guys any false information. Let me go ahead and go to the internet, see exactly when this was ordered for you guys. So I don't, so I tell you guys factual information. My orders, track. Looks like it was picked up on the 23rd and it was ordered on the 22nd. So today is the 28th. So you really don't count the 24 hours or 48 hours it takes for them to process it and pick it. Once it leaves is what I would count. So it got picked up on the 23rd and I got it on the looks like the 28th. So that's 5 days. That's what it took last time to get my eSheen that I also ordered from them, the 010. It took 5 days, and this took 5 days as well. So depending on your location and the shipping you choose, I chose I think the 3 to 7 business days on both of them, and it got here in 5, which is more than fair. It comes with these pre-installed landing gears that do come out. I don't know if you could put something in its place or if it holds the motor. Not sure how that works. I'm sure you can remove those. What else? Let's see. Underneath here, there's a plug here that can you can use the 300 and you can use a panoramic camera that installs here. You can order FPV cameras that go in there. NJX makes a version, or you can just get one of those small micro FPVs. I'd recommend a 5.8 gigahertz just for the range. Make sure at least get a decent one that has good range or some kind of booster system. You can also install instead of using, obviously you can use this here. I'll show you how easy it is to slide it on real fast. Might as well open this. I wasn't going to, but since I'm giving you guys the unboxing, I might as well show you guys everything instead of just leaving it in bags. I think that's a fair unboxing for you guys. I'll do my best to make sure you guys are satisfied. Here we go. You get the small little foam inserts for the jelloing and vibrations. Set those there. This is the mount. It has a simple latch system which is tight. You just pop the latch. I'm trying to think of which way it goes. I can't remember. I think that's the way it unpops. Yeah. It almost sounds like it's breaking. It's so tight. You just pop that latch, close it, lock that on, and then pop it back. And then that locks it. So that's how you unlock it and lock it. I think all you simply do is slide the the camera on like so through these little tracks, slide it in, go all the way back, and then I guess you would flip this little knob here around. See, when I unlock it, it's this way, so it's not touching it. It's like a half a circle, and then once you turn it around this way, it locks it into place, and it's pretty tight. The legs will actually help out with this issue. If you have the GoPro, I recommend using the legs, unless you're comfortable hand launching, but to be honest with you, that is dangerous, especially with a brushless setup like this that has very, very powerful motors that will easily cut you. I wouldn't recommend honestly doing that. I know some people feel really comfortable and it's flown a lot, and I just don't recommend it, especially for a child or even an adult. Just my opinion. You just simply install these feet. Now I heard these ones are a little bit hard to install due to the screws, the shape of them, and the screwdriver you get. You just line them up with these holes right here. Doesn't matter which foot you put on. They go outward, one here, one there, one there. I'll give you one example real quick. I won't screw it on, but I'll show you how it lines up and what it would look like. I just don't want to lose much of this stuff. Simply just goes on like so. But, well, obviously it's not going to stay. I'll get that one here in a minute. But it lines up like so. The only two parts that I'll be showing, because it has a little notch right there that goes in the hole. It's kind of tight. You obviously have to screw it or you will lose them. And then simply putting 2 screws in those 2 little holes right there, and you are good to go. And then it'll make sure that this doesn't hit the ground when you land, which is nice. You know, it gives you plenty of height there. It gives you another set of blades in case you break one or lose them. All 4 feet. Gives you a couple extra screws after you install them. As far as the guards go, they are pretty beefy. You just slide them on. Put, looks like 2 screws in there. They gave you a couple extra. You might think you might not have enough, but I do believe you use the screws from the feet. So that's why it's only 4 screws. You're like, well, how am I going to put on 4 arms? Well, they give you 2 in case you lose one of these in the process of installing. So these screws are here are for the prop mounts as well. So that's neat. I don't know if you could put the feet back on. I'm sure you can. Put these little feet back on if you wanted to. I don't see the issue. Yeah. Yep. It has a cutout for them, so yes. You can actually see the cutout, how it kind of goes in that groove. So you can easily still put the feet on and leave the smaller landing gear on. I'm going to leave those on because primarily that's what I'm going to use. You know, for the most part, that's what I'm going to use. Sorry, I had to adjust the camera for you guys there. It does looks like to be a cutout, so you could turn some of them. If you have one that has a button right here, see this little cutout, you can press it or remove that and press it by hand. So that's nice. They did do that for it. I guess this is a newer revised model, because some of them, the older ones, did not have that. So that's pretty much it, everything you get. I know this is pretty much ready to go. You can fly it. It is fast and powerful. This is not a beginner quadcopter at all. I'm borderline to the point where I shouldn't have got this, but I'm borderline. Honestly, bigger drones outdoors, I can fly them okay. I know I've hit trees on the video that shouldn't have flown in those windy conditions, but obviously in the other ones where I flew in windy conditions, it did fine. So really, it's how comfortable you feel. It's not the most expensive drone. It's not the money I'm worried about. It's someone getting hit with this or damaging property or hitting an animal or a person is what I'm worried about. So that wood could kill a smaller animal or severely injure a person, or maybe even, God forbid, kill someone. So please be careful with this thing. It is a really fast, powerful drone. I know I've seen videos of this thing going over 40 to 50 miles an hour with the stock blades. With a 2-cell. I think it was like 40 or something like that. So this thing is fast out of the box, especially when they start throwing 3 cells on them. You're getting, you know, 50, 60 miles an hour. You're gonna hurt somebody severely. So please be careful. I can't emphasize that enough. Get what you're comfortable with. Get a few toy drones first. I have a hard time flying in a small area with a small drone. I didn't do so well, but when it comes to bigger drones, I really don't have that big of an issue. So I felt comfortable purchasing this. I knew it was a good product. I just wanted to get my take on it. I'm going to do a couple different things with it. I'm going to do a couple speed tests out of the box, see how fast mine goes. I'm going to hook up a couple different cameras to it, see how that looks, and how smooth I can get it. I'm going to do, obviously, different prop tests with it. I'm going to try out 3-cell batteries, larger 2 cells, and just get the times and the performance difference. So there's quite a few things I want to do with this. It's going to be a lot of fun. I was really excited for this unboxing. I'm going to get to charging the battery and get it ready. Unfortunately, it's off and on rain today. That's why I'm off work, so unfortunately I won't be able to probably fly this today, but I'm going to try to get it out there as soon as possible for you guys. Definitely this weekend. I'm thinking Saturday rain and Sunday maybe for Easter I can go out with the family right up the street up here and we can fly this and have a lot of fun with it. So I think it's going to be an Easter video most likely, unless I get maybe Friday, get a flight in, I'm not sure. So I'm really excited for this. I've been waiting for it for a long time. Make sure you read the manual. I'm still going to go through this even though I might pretty much have it together. Charging times, it has some information on that. Different parts, what you can order for it. Spare parts, all kinds of things for it. It even shows you the extras you can get, like the cameras I was talking about. There's the 360 panoramic camera. There's the goggles for it. There's the camera that goes into the camera holder they provided. So brushless motors, ESCs, everything you could ever dream for it is in here. A manual where to order at, everything. Troubleshooting, just everything. So please read this. It's really useful and helpful. So I think that pretty much entails it. Besides, the only gripe I had was obviously this. But if you have a WL Toys truck or the MJX X600 and it's the USB wall adapter or just a simple plug-in wall charger that does 2-cell, any 2-cell charger will charge this. It'll balance the cell, and once it's charged. Doesn't matter how big or small the battery is. As long as it's obviously 2-cell, only 2-cell will plug into this. So if it plugs in, it will charge. That's pretty much it. I'm sure the adapter's available on that site or something. I'm not going to wait that long. I'm just going to use my other charger. I'll just keep that in case. Maybe eventually get an adapter. So I'm sure there's going to be some product that I won't have a charger for, and I'll need to get that adapter anyway. So I might end up getting one. But for now, that's pretty much it. Going over everything. I want to thank you guys for watching, and just be on the lookout for this video. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So please, as always, stay safe. Please like and subscribe. Let your friends and family know about this channel. It is family friendly. Any comments or questions, please leave them below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.